Did the CIA lie about the U.S. President John F. Kennedy's assassin? We ask this question because the U.S. government has just released over 1,000 files fully unredacted, shedding new light on the assassination that took place in 1963. These documents posted on the U.S. National Archives website were declassified under an executive order by U.S. President Donald Trump. More than 31,000 pages have been made public, reigniting debates over one of history's most infamous assassinations. For decades, conspiracy theories have swirled. Was JFK killed by multiple shooters? Did the mafia or the Soviet Union have any role in JFK's killing? Now, new evidence suggests that the CIA may have purposely misled the public about the man officially blamed for Kennedy's death. Well, we are talking about Harvey Oswald. November 22nd, 1963, JFK traveled to Texas with First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. Shots rang out from the Texas school book depot and the president was dead. Police arrested Oswald, a 24-year-old former Marine who had positioned himself on the 6th floor of the building. Just 2 days later, nightclub owner Jack Ruby gunned Oswald down during a jail transfer, silencing him forever. The Warren Commission, created to probe Kennedy's assassination, concluded that Oswald acted alone. But many, including Kennedy's own family, have long questioned that conclusion. In a 2023 interview, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claimed, and I'm quoting here, there was overwhelming evidence that the CIA was involved in his uncle's murder. He went further, alleging that a former CIA director fired by Kennedy helped cover up the agency's role while serving on the Warren Commission. And now, newly released files add further to this mystery. A 1991 CIA memo reveals that a Soviet KGB officer had reviewed 5 thick volumes of files on Oswald. According to the officer, Oswald was never a KGB agent, and in fact he was a poor marksman when he practiced shooting in the Soviet Union. If true, this reportedly contradicts the official story that Oswald was a skilled sniper who fired the shots that day in Texas at the U.S. president. Another document shows the CIA was tracking an unnamed American communist in Mexico, a description that reportedly matches Oswald. The agency had eyes on Soviet and Cuban activities there, raising serious questions. Did the CIA intercept intelligence about Oswald's movement but fail to act? Or worse, did they already know what was coming? More files detail Oswald's stay in Finland in 1959 and his contacts with the Soviet consulate. Other documents confirm he tried to secure visas to both the Soviet Union and Cuba while in Mexico City. That's just weeks before Kennedy's assassination. While another memo dated the day after JFK's killing reveals details about an intercepted phone call. Oswald is heard speaking with a KGB officer at the Soviet embassy in Mexico City. According to reports, these newly declassified records challenge the official narrative, raising many questions. Number one, did the CIA know more than they admitted? Number two, did the CIA mislead the public about Oswald's abilities? Number three, and most importantly, did they ignore or suppress key intelligence, lying to millions of Americans for more than 6 decades? Explosions light up the night sky over Yemen. Air raid sirens wail across Israel. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a chilling ultimatum. Total destruction for the Houthis. As the U.S. intensifies its bombing campaign, the Houthis have fired yet another missile at Israel, sending millions of civilians racing for shelter. The war in West Asia is spiraling into dangerous new territory. Our next report telling you more.
American warplanes are relentlessly pounding Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen. Fighter jets scream overhead, unleashing precision strikes, targeting training camps, weapons depots and command centers. The US says the offensive is meant to cripple the Iran-backed group's ability to disrupt commercial shipping in the Red Sea. On the ground, Sana'a burns. Entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Rescue workers are digging through debris, searching for survivors.
American, Zionist, British, the triad of evil. We will not submit, we will not tire, and we will not give up. We stand with our leader, Sayyid Abdul Malik Badruddin al-Houthi.
Posting on his Truth Social platform, Donald Trump issued his starkest warning yet to Yemen's Houthis rebels, threatening total annihilation. Claiming the US has inflicted tremendous damage, Trump vows that the Houthi rebels will be completely wiped out if their attacks continue. The US president bluntly warns that Iran must stop supplying the Houthis immediately. But the Houthis remain unshaken. The Israel Defense Forces say they intercepted a missile fired from Yemen before it entered Israeli airspace. The Iran-backed group promptly claimed responsibility, marking its second strike against Israel this week. The incoming projectile triggered alert sirens across central Israel at 4 a.m., forcing thousands to seek emergency shelter. Trump warns that he will hold Iran responsible for any attacks carried out by the Houthis, who are part of Iran's axis of resistance against the US and Israel. Iran has condemned the latest US strikes on Yemen and calls them, along with Israel's deadly strikes on Gaza, war crimes.
The events in Yemen are the same. This attack on the people of Yemen, on Yemeni civilians, is also a crime that must be stopped.
In a dangerous cycle of escalation that shows no signs of abating, as the American forces continue to target Yemen with waves of strikes. Since Saturday, the Houthis have vowed to escalate their attacks, particularly against Israel.
Our top story on Gravitas tonight. In a stunning escalation, Ukraine launched a high-risk drone attack deep inside Russia, striking the Engels air base. The stakes have been risen now. The air base is deep inside Russian territory and home to Vladimir Putin's prized fleet of nuclear-capable bombers. Ukraine unleashed a swarm of deadly drones. The massive explosion sent a dark mushroom cloud into the sky. The massive blast shook the entire region, forcing Russian authorities to declare a state of emergency. Plumes of thick black smoke flowed over the inferno at the airfield, stretching for several kilometers. Watch another CCTV footage that shows the building's roof blown off due to the impact of a powerful blast. Well, located nearly 700 kilometers from the front lines, Englis Air Base is one of Russia's most strategically important military hubs. And the attack by Ukraine marks one of the boldest moves by Kiev, proving its ability to breach Russia's heavily fortified interior. The Englis Air Base houses two 160 and two 95 bombers that are essential for Russia's long-range nuclear deterrence and missile strikes on Ukraine. Well, besides being a major base for Russia, Englis 2, along with holding nuclear-capable bombers, is also believed to store deadly Kh-101 and Kh-55 types missiles, among other weapons. The airbase is used by Russian fighter jets to launch devastating strikes on Ukraine. But apart from all of this, the crown jewel of the airbase is the Tu-160. It is also known as the Blackjack or White Swan. This is a supersonic variable sweep-wing bomber manufactured by the Soviet Union in the 1980s. It is one of the largest and heaviest combat aircraft ever built. The attack comes after Russia unleashed one of the most devastating strikes on Ukraine. The images on your screens are from the central Ukrainian city of Gravitas. Ukraine says its air defenses intercepted 75 of the 171 drones, while electronic warfare measures caused 63 drones to deviate from their path. Now, these fresh strikes and counter-strikes come at a time when both Russia and Ukraine have agreed to stop targeting each other's energy infrastructure. How and when will that pause come into effect? That remains unclear. Moscow says Russian and US officials will hold talks on Ukraine in Saudi Arabia on Monday. Donald Trump spoke to both Russia's Vladimir Putin and Ukraine's Zelensky this week. The US is also due to hold talks with Kiev in the coming few days.